Well, tomorrow I think it's going to be nice out. You might have to walk off that loss. That was pretty tough. I'm not over it yet. That was a good game.
I've been thinking about it the whole show thus far. Yeah, our comeback was this close to being legendary.
But your parents were there.
Yes, my parents were at the game.
Was cool.
And I mean, they did pay to be there, but I would have paid to be there too.
Yeah.
But Sam, I think it'll be a good day tomorrow for me to walk off that loss because it'll almost be a little bit of a taste of summer for tomorrow. But our high temperatures for today, it was a little bit summerier, if that's a word, in some parts of the state. We did actually reach 80 in Freiburg for the high today, 75 for a high in Lewiston, 76 in Wiscasset, 72 in Bangor, Bar Harbor, and Calais today. Excuse me. So we do have an increase in some of those higher clouds. This is thanks to a system that is passing mostly to our south, but we're on the very northern edge and seeing some of those higher clouds because of it. That's happened to a lot of systems both this summer and the beginning of the fall. The precipitation passes to our south, but we end up with a good amount of cloud cover. Therefore, our overnight low temperatures won't be quite as cold, only dropping down into the 50s for most of us. And then starting off tomorrow, might have a little bit of fog hanging around, but that will burn off fairly quickly, and then we'll end up with a decent amount of sunshine in the afternoon. I want to mention that there is a very isolated chance for a shower with a front that will be moving throughout the afternoon. However, most of the state will remain dry and just see some clouds. High temperatures will also be quite summery, getting into the upper 70s to low 80s. It'll also be a bit breezy after that front passes, so expect higher wind gusts in the afternoon. As we get into Monday, an area of high pressure moves in. It'll still be a bit more summery again on Monday, but it'll be really nice with a lot of sunshine. And then we enter another really dry stretch that's going to last for much of the week. If we zoom this out a little bit, you can see here back on today, you can see we have that system passing to our south. That's why we're seeing the clouds right now. A little bit of that front that comes in during the day tomorrow. Again, I don't really think we're going to see any, if just a little bit of precipitation moving through. And then another area of high pressure moves in, and it's really smooth sailing for much of the week. But again, it's going to be another very dry week, which unfortunately is not good for those drought conditions that are only going to continue to worsen when we see dry stretches like this. Future rainfall all the way for the next week, showing us that there is almost nothing to be had there. So if we're going to get the sunshine, may as well get out and enjoy it, but unfortunately won't be good for that drought, like I said. We're in a bit of a temperature roller coaster as we go throughout the next 7 days, starting out a bit summery the next couple, and then we start to get a little bit cooler. Actually, the first day of October is one of our coolest days of the stretch with high temperatures only in the low 60s, and then we start to warm up again as we get into next weekend. So we'll keep an eye on the tropics. Right now we have Hurricane Humberto, which rapidly intensified into a Category 5 storm. And then we're also watching Tropical Depression 9, which is closer to Cuba and areas of the Caribbean. We'll keep a close eye on these two, but right now they're not expected to have any impacts on us here in Maine. Marine forecast sees 1 to 3 feet. Ocean temperature is 61 degrees. So here's a look at that 7-day forecast. Nice and sunny and warm during the day tomorrow. A little bit breezy and perhaps a touch humid as well. Again, there is that isolated chance of a storm as that front goes through, but really very, very minimal rain. And then another really nice day for Monday, a touch breezy again on Tuesday before things cool down for the second half of the week, Sam. So we get a little taste of summer, a little taste of fall, but what we're not seeing is rain.
All right. Thank you, Dana, for tracking it all.